Hello guys, I'm making a highly requested video about lust because there are honestly not many videos out there designed to help us as women, and I want you to know that you are not alone in this. Whether you're looking for answers through religions or support through science, this video is for you. What is lust? How does it show up in our life? And most importantly, how do we break free from it? These are the key questions we are going to explore in this video. Lust is a strong desire for something or someone. It is usually sexual, and it's more than just a simple attraction. It's an intense craving that often demands satisfaction instantly. But it's important to note that lust is not just physical, it's mental too. It creeps into our minds, plays with our imagination, and hijacks our focus while robbing us of our clarity. When we are faced with lust, it can feel like we have been contaminated with something dirty or unnatural. And our first instinct, though our greatest mistake, is to try to fight it and get rid of it. But this truth that I'm going to share with you right now, my friend, will set you free. You cannot and should not try to fight lust. Lust does not make you dirty. It makes you human. The longer you try to fight, hide, or suppress a part of yourself, the longer it takes you to find peace. Because how can you be at peace when you're at war with yourself? You know, war always brings chaos, noise, and pain, and you don't want that. You want peace. So do yourself a favor and stop fighting yourself. And you do that by first understanding that lust is not something unnatural that you have to get rid of. It's a part of yourself that you have to accept and understand, because the goal is not to get rid of it, my friend. The goal is to gain control over it. I'm now going to show you proof of what I'm saying. First, from a religious point of view, and then from a scientific one. Although those two words might seem far apart, they both agree on one simple truth. Lust is natural, and more than that, lust is necessary. The Quran clearly acknowledges that men and women experience sexual desire and instructs us to handle it wisely, not deny it. This is what is written in the verses 24, 30 to 31.
Tell the believing men to lower their gaze and guard their private parts. That is purer for them. Indeed, Allah is acquainted with what they do. And tell the believing women to lower their gaze and guard their private parts.
To lower your gaze means to choose to not look at things that could stir inappropriate thoughts. A widely cited fatwa reminds us that desire was created in mankind not to be erased, but to be channeled in permissible ways. Even scholars say that lust is not sinful. It only becomes sinful when you let it take control. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, "Do not follow one glance with another, for the first is pardoned, but not the second." In other words, have self-mastery. Don't let your urges, your impulses control you. On the scientific side, studies have shown that lust is a natural biological drive. According to psychologist Helen Fisher, lust is a primary mating drive that evolved to encourage reproduction. Lust is associated with the hypothalamus and with hormones such as testosterone and estrogen, not moral dirtiness. These responses are innate and universal, meaning that they are hardwired in all humans, not signs of impurity. How do you feel now that you know that you are not dirty and that you are, in fact, perfectly fine? Tell me in the comments. And for too long, lust has been framed as a man's struggle. But in reality, both men and women experience those urges. And sometimes, especially for women, it can be the expression of something deeper. A need for connection, a craving for emotional intimacy. But here is the part no one talks about. Where things really differ is in social conditioning. Men are encouraged and even praised for openly expressing their lustful thoughts. In contrast, women are usually expected to do the opposite. Instead of being praised, they are being shamed because of them. That's why a lot of women are more inclined to feel guilt or shame when confronted with lust. Well, here is where things get real. How do we break free from lust? Let me share with you 3 powerful tips that will change your life starting today. Number 1, stop fighting yourself.
Oh my god.
If you could only take away one thing from this video, let it be this. Don't be at war with yourself. God, the universe, nature, put it in you for a reason. Find its purpose and make it serve you, not rule you. Number 2, lower your gaze. That means being very mindful of the things you feed your heart and mind with. What you watch, what you listen to, the people you hang out with, the places you go to, it all matters. These things either bring you closer to God or pull you further away from Him. And if you don't believe in God, think of it this way. What you consume either fuel lust and sexual temptation or help you gain control over them. Either way, be intentional. And one more time, religion and science both agree. In science, we can use this concept called neuroplasticity to illustrate what I just said. It is the brain's ability to rewire itself based on repeated input. If you are constantly exposing yourself to sexual content, what you are doing is that you are reinforcing the neural pathways linked to lust, making it harder for you to control those thoughts. I have already cited the verses from the Quran that commands us to lower our gaze, but I have to share with you 2 very powerful spiritual practices that will tremendously help you when it comes to lust. The first one is marriage. Marriage allows you to channel your desires in a way that is approved by God. Once you are married, fulfilling your sexual needs is encouraged and protected within this bond. The second one is fasting. Because fasting helps us strengthen our self-discipline, thereby helping us gain control over our desires. Last but not least, a tip that is often overlooked, but is surely one of the most effective when it comes to breaking free from lust. Use your free time wisely. Why? Because lust often slips in when the mind is bored or unoccupied. Purposeful actions give you something better to focus on. And I could not let you go without mentioning this. Another way to fill your spare time with purpose is by strengthening your relationship with God. It starts with your 5 daily prayers, and you can strengthen it further through sincere dua, going to the masjid, learning Arabic, listening to lectures, and if you don't believe in God, you can reconnect with yourself. And by reconnecting with yourself, you are actually connecting to the source, whatever the source might be for you. If you're Christian or practicing another religion, deep down, you know what you have to do to strengthen your relationship with God. So do that. Read the Bible, go to church, attend Bible study, do what you have to do. Because the more you fill yourself with divine presence, the less space there is for distraction. So that's it for today. I really enjoyed making this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it too. Let me know in the comments how you feel, what's going through your mind. I really want to know. Don't forget to subscribe. I see you guys in another video. Bye.